Well, good afternoon, everybody. We have been getting inundated with requests for another episode of the Redneck Riviera. Well, as some of you have noticed, we didn't pull off any other episodes after Charlie Banjo this summer. And you might think, well, old Steve, you done failed. You said you was going to do some Redneck Riviera, and you didn't. Well, here's the thing. We were so successful at everything else that we didn't get to really do any more episodes on the Redneck Riviera. We're coming back next year. We are building an actual physical structure. People wanted to know, is it really redneck and is it really a Riviera? Well, the Redneck Riviera was a Tractor Supply storage shed, one of them little plastic doohickeys, so it was pretty redneck. We did have some barn boards on the back wall, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, on to a different topic. Be looking for the Redneck Riviera next year, and we hope to bring Charlie Banjo back along with lots of other musical guests. Today I want to talk about a couple things. I want to talk about building your own guitar. I want to talk about learning guitar. And I guess that's it. I might do a little review of the company I got the guitar parts from. So as most of you know, I'm about 8 months into learning how to play guitar. Basically, I still am not really that great, but compared to 8 months ago, pretty good. Now, one of the things I find in life is that we compare ourselves to other people, and if we don't match up, we feel like we failed. So I go on YouTube, and there's a 7-year-old just shredding the daylights out of a guitar. So what do I do? Do I like, oh man, I just suck, I'll never be able to do that, and I quit? No, I don't do that. I persevere. I'm happy for that little 7-year-old that can just play the hell out of that guitar. I really truly am. I'm happy for that person. Now, I'm 55. I'm too old to worry about joining a band, the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing, selling records. Those days are gone for me, and that's actually a big load off my mind because all I really want to do is just play guitar and have a good time. And I play every day. I love it. And we'll get into that a little bit, but the first thing I want to get into, I want to talk about the guitar that I built. I named her Bernadette. She was named Bernadette in honor of my maternal grandmother, Bernadette, who I guess I met when I was a baby. My mother passed away in the spring, and I found one of Bernadette's paintings in my mother's closet. And I don't think I really knew her name until that day, which is kind of sad. But I saw the painting, and I said, that looks like something I would paint. And then I heard a few stories, and some of them were that she was a joker. She was creative. So I feel like maybe I have some connection to Bernadette, even though I don't remember ever meeting her. So I named my guitar Bernadette, and I put on the neck of the guitar right here a letter L. That is for her husband, my grandfather, Lawrence. And the reason for that is because even though Bernadette gets all the glory, Lawrence was a guy who went to work every day, regardless of the weather. He walked to work. I guess they were very poor people. He raised and supported 10 kids. I don't think everything was always peachy keen, but I remember my mother telling me what a wonderful father he was, that he really loved her. So I put an L on there to commemorate him. I don't want him to be forgotten. So when you're thinking, if you decide you want to build a guitar, lots of ways you can do it. You can get really, really inexpensive kits, everything complete, and just put it together, and there you go. Or you can probably spend all outdoors. I mean, I guess it depends which way you want to go. For me, what I wanted to do, because I'm mostly on the creative side of things, I wanted to get a blank guitar body with no paint on it and a guitar neck and the components and put it together. I didn't want to carve a tree, make my own wire, solder all my own. I didn't want to do all that. And it's just because, like I said before, I'm freaking 55. I got a full-time job, I got a family, and I want to learn to play guitar. So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole that I see in this guitar world of people talking about all the crap in there. What I did with my guitar is I left it to the experts. I picked, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I picked components that that are quality components, and I'm not going to try to double guess them. So I got this guitar from Alloy Guitars, and the reason I like them is because this is an American-made guitar body. This is an American-made guitar neck, and that really appealed to me. And I paid a little more for that. I could have got something from overseas, probably quite a bit cheaper, but I really was hooked on the idea of American. So I was gonna buy just the body and the neck, and then start buying all the components and putting it together. And then I realized, well, for one thing, if I do that, I'll never get the thing put together because I know me. And second thing, I don't really know what I don't know. So I called and I upgraded my guitar to a kit. And what I got with the kit then was they threw in the tuners and the strings and the pickups and everything I needed. It's all there, and then you get all the pieces and you put them together. So Alloy Guitars, highly recommend. I love the body of the guitar and this neck. I love this guitar neck that they made for me. American made, by the way. Their customer service, boy, eat up on that. I'll tell you that right now. So they responded quickly. I mean, super quick. When I said, can I, instead of buying the body and the neck, can I upgrade to a kit? I had a response the next day. All handled very, very efficient. And then about a week later, I said, you know what? I don't know that much about this stuff, but I want this to be a really good guitar. I want a quarter sawn maple neck. So I sent them an email, got a response the next day. They quoted me, an additional fee for the quarter sawn neck. Great stuff. My pickups that I ordered for this guitar, when you get a kit, right, they're not going to give you all the best stuff. And that's not just them. That's not just Alloy. That's anybody, right? You get a kit, they got to make money somewhere. So the pickups, I swapped those out for Fralin Blues Specials, which are pretty nice pickups. They're made in Tennessee, I think it is. So again, America. All right. So that made me pretty happy. The complaint with Alloy, though, is if you have any problems or any questions that don't involve a sale, you are probably on your own. Because when I did get this guitar, the switch, I didn't know this at the time, but the switch wasn't wired properly, so all of my pickups weren't working. And honestly, I don't know that stuff. I choose not to know that stuff. Maybe I'll get into it someday. I just want to play the friggin' guitar. So I emailed them back and forth. I ended up taking it to a local guitar shop, and they fixed the switch for me. It was like $45. And I sent them an email. I said, hey, you guys didn't check this before it left the factory, because if you did, you would have known that it was wired wrong. But whatever. I never got a response to anything. To this day, I don't have a response. And I sent them some very nice emails. With that said, whatever. I would probably buy another neck and another body from them, unless I can find another manufacturer that makes this American stuff like I like. But I would never buy a kit. Matter of fact, I don't think I would buy a kit again, because really I swapped out almost everything. So it started as a kit, but I would probably never do a kit again. If you're not sure and you just want something quick and easy, get a kit. Get a cheap kit though. Don't get an expensive kit, because you're either not going to use it and it won't matter, or you are going to use it and you're going to want to switch stuff out. It's really that simple. So that is my review of guitar building. And I'm going to build another guitar, by the way, and I'm going to order my components. And the electronics, well, people are like, oh, I was a kid. I am not necessarily, I don't have time for this. Fender makes really nice preloaded pick guards. Fralin makes really nice preloaded pick guards. There are people that are experts at this, that do this all the time. And at least for me, for now, I'm going with that in terms of electronics. I'm just going to get quality stuff. My main interest is the finish. I finished this myself, and I'm proud of it. And you can see there's flaws on here. Who cares? Who cares? If you want perfect, go to Walmart and buy one that's all perfect with no flaws on it, whatever. This one's got some flaws. I don't give a shit. Okay? I built this myself. I think it's beautiful. I think it's perfectly imperfect. So that is my review of, I think that's it on guitar building, guitar kits, Alloy Guitars. The last thing I'll talk about a little bit is learning guitar. So there's a thing, you know, I'm in my 50s. I felt really dumb when I first picked up the guitar, but I wanted to do it. But I thought, this is dumb. I'm too old for this. But I did it anyway. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did it. I don't know how many people have told me, yeah, I always wanted to do it. Well, please do it. Please do it. I mean, whatever it is. Maybe it's not guitar. Maybe it's something else. Please do it. You know, I mean, life is short. I can't tell you how many people just over this past year that are gone. It could be me, it could be you, we don't know. So if there's something in your heart that you want to do it. Like, I'm going to build some more guitars, okay? I'm focused more on the art side, and I'm going to keep playing guitar. But if there's something you want to do, whether it's guitar or something else, just do it. Second thing is comparing yourself to other people. Now, I got little old fat fingers. I'm not the most, I'm not the most nimble finger guy or whatever. I don't care. I see that 7-year-old playing on YouTube, and I am happy for that kid. I'm not trying to compete with that kid. I know what I want. I want to play some blues, and I have my own little system of how I'm learning. I'm using some Hal Leonard books. I've used instructors. I have Fender Play, but the main thing is I'm staying focused. So that's the second thing, is don't compare yourself to others, because I will not live long enough to play like Papa Chubby or Samantha Fish or Joe Bonamassa, you know, or Slash. I'm not going to play like those guys. If I do, I'll be 80. I'll be in a nursing home, and they'll tell me to turn it down. So, you know, I have a ton of fun, I play acoustic, I play electric. Sometimes I break out the songbook and I pick the notes one by one for songs like Will the Circle Be Unbroken, you know, things like that. Other times I take out the blues book and I work on a blues scale and blues shuffle and some chords and that sort of thing. So for me right now, where I'm at month 8, is I'm working on my chord transitions. And I'm still mostly down here on the neck. And it's interesting if you watch the professionals, right? I mean, they're all over the friggin' place. Oh, right? I'm not there yet. I'm working on some chords in here, but I'm mostly still here with my chords, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. And my dog digs it, by the way. I'm just progressing along. I know enough now to amuse myself. And I don't know if it amuses my family or not when they have to listen to it, but it amuses me, so there you go. So that's where I'm at. I'm not going to compare myself to those guys either. I mean, I'm going to keep working my way there, though. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to keep working my way there. The only other thing I can tell you is, like, I get into, and this has happened, probably happened, and this isn't just guitar playing, but you get into a comfort zone, right? Like, I know a couple little I know some chords, but I have these 2 power chords that I like to play with. Just love to play with them. And, you know, most of it, and you get comfortable. Like, I can sit here and I can make all kinds of musical things with those 2 power chords. And if that's all I did, or if all I did was pick up my acoustic and play from my songbook, I would never move forward. So right now, on the learning end of things, I'm working on, I have a blues book from Hal Leonard, blues guitar. That's my method of learning. Some people, they learn better with instructors. I've also got that app called Fender Play. So, yeah. So don't get too comfortable, and don't be afraid to try new stuff, and don't be afraid to suck. I think I've proven time and time again that I am not afraid to suck at something new. In the meantime, rock on. Whatever it is you want to do. You want to play guitar? Go play guitar. Go get yourself a freaking guitar and start scratching away at it, and don't give up. 90% of people who pick up a guitar put it down within the first year, and most of those put it down within 90 days. So even though I still kind of suck at playing guitar, I feel like most people can't play as well as I can, which is, you know, that's fine. there's other things that they can do that I can't. So if I compare myself to the big guys or to that 7-year-old shredding on YouTube, I'm going to feel like crap. I'm not going to compare myself to anybody. I could make myself feel better by comparing myself to the other people that can't play at all, but that's not productive either. I'm going to compare myself to me. I'm going to keep playing guitar. I'm going to check in again in January when I hit the 1-year mark, and I'm hoping by then that I will be able to play a 12-bar blues with a turnaround. That's one of the things I'm working on right now. I'm not going to try it right now because the blues chords are really stretching my little fat fingers, and it's not pretty to see or to listen to. But by January, I'll be back on, and I'm going to do a 12-bar blues with a turnaround, and I'm going to rock it. That's right, I rock it. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to leave you all with that. Leave you all with my buddy Bernadette here. I'll tell you what, I've had so much fun with this thing. I don't even know how to. Right here, there is so much here. I don't even know how. This is like a field that you will never finish exploring, right? There's so much on the. I love that sound. I can't wait till I can play something that sounds like that, right? That little bar. Anyway, don't be afraid to suck at something new. That's all I can tell you. And I know quite a few chords now, but I'm really working on the transition as far as getting between the chords smoothly. Some of them I can do, some of them I can't. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video, found it useful. The long and short of this whole conversation I just had is just do it. If you want to play guitar, play guitar. Whatever thing is on your mind to do, you got to do it, because you know what? We're not all going to be here. Well, none of us are going to be here forever, right? Anyway, rock on, everybody, and we'll see you in January.